Hey guys, what's up? It's Zyflin here, and in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys everything you need to know about farming Protea Prime and her signature weapon. So if you're new to Warframe, every so often, Digital Extremes, the company that makes the game, they go ahead and they release Prime versions of Warframes. So if you have a regular version of a Warframe and there is a Prime version for it, usually what we recommend is just taking the regular version, leveling it from 0 to 30, and then getting rid of it for your Warframe slot and just for the Mastery XP, and then picking up the Prime version of the Warframe if you want it, and that's when you start to invest things like your Forma and your Orokin reactors to make the Warframes as strong as possible. This time around, they've introduced Protea Prime and her two signature weapons, the Velox Prime and the Okina Prime. And what we're going to be learning in today's video is how we can go about farming literally everything that we need to get Protea Prime, the Okina Prime, and the Velox Prime. The first thing you want to make sure that you have is some Void Traces, and you can view the amount of Void Traces that you have by coming to your little relic thing in the back of your ship next to your arsenal, and just checking here in the top right hand corner. These Void Traces are going to allow you to take a relic, say for example this Neo S7 relic, and go ahead and upgrade it so the rarer part has a higher drop chance. And that's going to be important if Protea Prime, the Velox Prime, and the Okina Prime have some rare parts. But first, what we need to find out is what relics actually drop all the parts for Protea, the Okina, and the Velox. To find this out on your own, what you want to do is you want to go up to your codex, so that's at the front of your ship over here. So if you look at this little ramp, it's just next to it. Go ahead, interact with the codex, go to universe, then press on relics and arcanes, and then type in the name of the prime warframe or weapon that you want to find the relics for. So in our case, we're typing in Protea, and as you can see, there is a single Axii, a single Lif, a single Meso, and a single Neo relic. Now, if we were to type in something different like Zephyr, for example, as you can see, there's many more relics for Zephyr compared to Protea Prime, and this is because Protea Prime has literally just been released, so she hasn't went through like, multiple different Prime releases and vaultings and stuff like that, so there's no real reason for her sort of parts and stuff to be in new relics that were added into the game. So at release of Protea Prime, she has a very limited selection of relics. So there's only ever going to be a certain amount of relics in the drop tables at one given time, so farming these relics is actually extremely easy. All you have to do is look at the category. So for example, we have Lif, that is a category. We have Meso as another category, Neo as a category above that, and then Axii as the final category. So what we can actually say is you can come and you can ask me, hey Flynn, where do I farm Lif relics? And I would say, hi YouTube viewer or guy asking the question or girl or whoever, you would get Lif relics by running Hepit in the Void. The reason that we recommend Hepit in the Void is because it's quite early, so once you hit Phobos, you can go to Hepit, and number two, it is literally just a capture mission. So literally all you would do is you would go ahead and you would pick a frame that can go really fast. So in my case, I'm going to be running Volt Prime with an infested mobility speed build, which looks like this. I'm also running the Praetos with the sprint speed incarnate evolution to make myself go even faster, and then just make sure to bring weapons that can kill the enemies that are in the mission. And because it's just after Phobos, the enemy levels are quite low, just make sure you don't accidentally load in the steel path. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to note down the name of the relic that I need to get by opening up my chat, doing a square bracket and typing in Lif space P9, and that way I'm going to remember what relic I'm actually farming for. I'm going to jump in to the Hepit mission. I'm just going to make sure to cast my speed ability and infested mobility. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to kill the capture target, then I'm going to pick him up. I'm at the end of the mission, and as you guys can see, if we looky here at the screen, I just got myself a Lif G10 relic, and I completed that mission in 38 seconds. And that's literally how you farm Lif relics for literally any prime frame in the game. It's the same for prime weapons as well. You just keep on running that mission, and you're going to get a chance to get the Lif relics, which drop the parts or the blueprints. Next up, we have the Meso and the Neo relics, and thankfully, both of these actually drop from the capture mission in the Void again, called Ukko. This is the exact same mission as the other one, Hepit, except the enemy levels are just higher, and you've got a chance at the end of getting either a Meso or a Neo relic. So I'm going to go ahead and run an Ukko run. We run for the mission again, we go ahead, we kill the capture target, we pick up the capture target, we end the mission, and as you guys can see, I end up getting a Neo relic, and I completed that one in 48 seconds. I guess I'm from getting old. So we've learned how to get lift relics, we've learned how to get meso and neo relics. Finally, we need to learn how to get Axii relics. Getting Axii relics is a little bit different because what we need to do is we need to play Disruption. We're going to be playing Disruption versus the Corpus, so I'm just going to go ahead and bring Rhino with a high duration, high strength build. And I'm going to bring a weapon that can do a lot of toxin damage and has mods specifically for Corpus enemies. We're going to be playing the Disruption mission called Apollo on Lua, so you can only get access to this after the second Dream Quest. And what we're looking to do is we are looking to make the rewards drop from rotation B. So here on round 1, what we have to do is we have to defend all 4 towers successfully to get a drop from rotation B. So go ahead, you pick up the keys, and then you take the keys over to the towers, put the light blue one in, and now we're paying attention with our ears, waiting for the symbol to pop up to show us where the Boom Boom Boy, so that's the guy that's going to blow up at the tower, has spawned in. We run over to him, and we go ahead, we just kill him, and then that is the defense completed. To get a drop from rotation B on round 1, we need to defend all 4, so I need to do that 3 more times. Putting in the final key now, and what you'll see is whenever I kill the last guy, we're going to get an Axii relic. So I just went ahead and I put in the final key. The boss enemy is near the objective, so once I kill him, what you'll see is we're going to get an Axii relic. There we go, we got an Axii B8. So here in round 2, what we can do is we can either defend 4 of the towers or we can defend only 3 of the towers. So we let the Boom Boom guys destroy only 1 of them and we'll still get a rotation B drop, which means we're going to get a guaranteed Axii relic. So what I've done is I've allowed the enemies to destroy the dark blue one on purpose, and I'm just going to go ahead and complete this light blue one with you guys watching, so you can see that even though they went ahead and destroyed that one, I still got an Axii G11 relic at the end. So here on round 3, you have to make sure that you only defend either 2 or 3 conduits. If you only defend 1, you're going to get a drop from rotation A. If you defend 2 and 3, you get a drop from rotation B, but if you complete all 4, you're going to get a drop from rotation C. And we don't want that because we have a lower chance of getting the Axii relics from rotation C because there's more stuff in the drop table. It actually gives away Lua lenses and universal medallions, which we don't want. We only want Axii relics. I would say that once you get to round 3, get into the habit of only defending 2, because once you get to round 4 and onwards, basically, you're only allowed to defend 2 anyway if you want the Axii relic drop from rotation B. So just from round 3 on, only defend 2 and let the other 2 get destroyed. Don't make the same mistake I did. I brought my Doriga with a Verglass, which was modded quite well, and my Doriga ended up killing one of the disruption enemies, so make sure to bring a Sentinel or something like Worm, for example, who doesn't actually attack the disruption mission or disruption enemy if you're going to be standing beside it. But hopefully you guys get the idea that you just have to hit a certain number of the conduits to get the drop from rotation B. I'll have the table up on the screen now so it's easy to follow. And that's pretty much it. That is how you farm every single type of relic in the game to farm up every single type of prime Warframe and prime weapon in the game. Another thing you can do is you can come to your syndicates and trade standing for relic packs, and then these relic packs will give you random relics, and then maybe hopefully you get the relics that you need from that as well. But anyway guys, that is going to be it for this video. If you liked it, go ahead and hit like. If you want to see more Warframe content from me, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.